Hey guys, so welcome to our part 2 of transition, transforms and animation. So right now we are going to be looking into the transform origin plus GPU section. So it's the same wrapper structure for consistency: padding, white background, shadow, rounded corners and margin bottom. So we'll be looking at the title for this section, which is called the transform origin and GPU. So we apply some style, we increase the font size, we increase the font width, we are going to give it some margin bottom, we'll give it a color of text gray 800 for a darker gray color. Alright, let's move to the next part. Okay, so this is the container where we are going to be looking at our transform origin and GPU. So the container is going to have a class of flex to flex them, to center it vertically, and some gap. Alright, this element uses origin top left, meaning all transforms will start from the top left corners. Okay, so let's give some normal style here. So we're going to be giving it a width of 40, we'll give it a height of 24. We're going to give it a background color, give it a background color of pink and the variance of 500. Then we give it the text of white. Alright, so the text white here. Then the next thing we are going to do is to call the flex. After calling the flex here, we need to center it vertically and horizontally. Vertically we use the item center, horizontally the justify center. Alright, so we are giving it some rounded corners with the rounded LG, and then we are going to call the transforms here. Alright, so after calling the transform, we need to call the origin top left, and we're going to be calling the transition transform and give it a duration of 300 milliseconds. And here we're going to add our hover effect here. Hover rotates it 12 degree on hover. So now you can see when I hover on it, it rotates 12 degree from the top left. In this container, we are going to be looking at the transform GPU. Here I'm using transform GPU. This pushes transform calculation to the GPU, making animation smoother. Alright, so we give some basic styles here by giving the width of 40, giving it a height of 24, giving it a background color of pink 400, and giving it a text of white. We will now flex it. So we'll call the flex and center it vertically using the item center it horizontally using the justify center. Alright, so we'll give it some rounded corners here using the rounded LG. Then we are going to call the transform. After calling the transform, the transform GPU, so we'll call the origin center. So the origin center sets the center as the rotation point. Alright, so that's how it works. Then we need to call the duration and set it to 300 milliseconds and call the hover. So this is our hover here, and give it a rotate 12. Alright, see when I hover on it, you see the way it rotates. Now let's check the other one so you can see the difference. So you can see the difference here. Here it rotates from the center, and that part it rotates from the top left. Okay, so we just add the text down there and style it. Just give it a text SM, which is small, then give it a color, give it a margin top. Alright, so I'm just explaining when to use the transform GPU. Alright, so we use it when we want like smoother GPU accelerated animation. Okay, so that's when to use the GPU. Alright, so here we explore how to control timing and animations. So we're going to be looking at the delays and durations and stuff like that. Okay, so let's dive into it. So as usual, we need to create the container for this and give it a padding of 6, background color white, some shadows, give it like a rounded corner. Alright, so we'll give it a margin bottom. Alright, so as usual, we'll give this container a title. I will call it delay, duration and easing. Alright, so let's try to give it some styling. Alright, first thing first, we need to increase the font size of this heading by using the text to XL. Then increase the font width by using the font semi-bold, giving it a margin bottom with the M before, giving it a dark gray color using the text gray 800. Okay, so we're going to be creating a container for the different kinds of delay, fast, slow, and so on. So we'll give it a flex wrap, center it vertically using the item center, and give it some gap. Alright, great. So let's go and start styling the children. So we'll create a button here, and we're going to be naming it. This is going to be for the fast delay. Alright, so this is going to be for the 100 milliseconds, which is equivalent to 0.1 second. Alright, so we're going to be giving it some custom styles, giving it a background color. So I'm going to be giving it a background color of orange 500. We'll give it the text white. Alright, so great. So I'm going to be giving the padding, the x-axis padding to be 6 and the y-axis padding to be 2. Now we're going to be giving some rounded corners. Alright, and some hover effect to change the background color. So we change the background color to a lighter orange color when we hover on it. Transition enables animation. Alright, so we give it a duration of 100. So give it a duration of 100, which makes it fast, 100 milliseconds. Alright, I will give it a delay of 100, so which means the animation waits 0.1 seconds before starting. Okay, so this is going to be the next button, and is medium, so it's not going to be as fast as the first button. Alright, great. So we're going to be giving it some styles. Okay, so we're going to be giving it a background color of orange. Okay, so we're going to be giving it 500 as well. Give it a text white to change the text to be white. We'll give it some padding on the x-axis, which is the left and right, to be 6, and on the top and bottom to be 2, and give some rounded corners. Great. And on hover, we're going to change the background color to be orange, the 700 as well. So once we hover on it, it should give us this, and we'll call the transition here. Here's the transition to enable animations, and we'll call the duration to be 500, and we'll set the delay to 300. Duration 500 means half a second, delay 300 means wait 0.3 seconds before animating. So you can notice the difference in the delay. Okay, so this one is going to be slow. I'll give it a background color of orange with the variance of 500. Give it the text white. Give some padding to the x-axis and the y-axis. Alright, great. Give it some rounded corners. And now we're going to look at the hover effect. So once we hover on this, we need the background color to change to with the variance of 700, and enable transition. Alright, great. And this one uses a duration, we'll give it a duration of 1000, meaning 1 second, and give it a delay of 500, and is linear, meaning it moves at a constant speed. Alright, so you can see the difference here. This is it when I hover on it. See? Okay, great. When I hover on it again, look at. And let's create another button here and give it the ease in out. So this is the default nice smooth easing. Start slow, speed up, and slow down again. Okay, so now we give some styles. We give it a background color of orange 500. Give it a text of white. Give it a padding to the x-axis 6, y-axis 2. Give it some rounded corners. Great. So we're going to be giving the hover effect here. Changing the background color to the orange with the variance of 700. Alright, so that's it, and we'll enable animation with the transition keyword here, and give it a duration. Okay, so we're going to give it a duration of 700 milliseconds, and give it the ease in out. So this is how it looks when we hover on it. Now we are going to be combining multiple transition types. So we are going to be creating a div here, give it our style, the padding, the background color, the shadow, rounded corners, and margin bottom. Then we're going to be creating a heading for this part. We are going to be naming this heading combined transition, only animate what you see. Then we give it the styling of what, increasing the font size, font width, margin bottom, and text color. Now we're going to create the container for this part. So we'll give the container the flares, give some gap, center it vertically. Now we'll come here, we'll start with the color. So we're going to be styling the colors only. So we'll write our styling. First thing we need to do is to give it a background color. Alright, give it a background color of sky and a variance of 500. Now give it a text color of what, white. Great. So let's proceed. So the next thing we think we'll do, we'll give it we'll give the x-axis a padding of 6 and give the y-axis a padding of 2 and give some rounded corners to this part. So here we're giving it a hover styling. When we hover on this, the color of the background color should change to the sky with a variance of 700 instead of 500. Then we are going to be giving it a shadow LG when we hover on it as well. Great. So we need to write the transition colors. So it means only colors changes animate. Then we give it a duration of 300. You can see the transition in the colors, the shadow as well. Great. So let's go to the next part. Let's style another button. Alright, so in this part we're going to be styling the shadow only. Alright, so let's start with the styling then. Alright, so we're going to be giving it a background color of sky 500, give it text white, give some padding to the x-axis and give some padding to the y-axis. Alright, give some rounded corners now. Okay, and now let's add our hover effect. So when we hover on this, we'll need the background, the shadow to 2XL so that the shadow is more bigger. Then we add the transition shadow, which means only shadow should animate. Great. And add some duration of 300 milliseconds. Alright, see the difference when I hover on it. You see the shadow. Great. Okay, so let's style another button. So this is some opacity. Let's styling. Okay, so first things first, the background color. So BG sky 500. Give text white. Give some padding to the x-axis, which is the right and left. Give it to the y-axis, which is the top and bottom. Add some rounded corners to it. So let's add over styling to this. So when we hover on this, the opacity, we need the opacity to 50%. Then the right hand section opacity, which is and give some duration of 300 milliseconds. Great. Okay, as I hover on it, you see it changes the opacity by 50%. Alright, so let's style another button as well. Okay, so let's transform only. Alright, so great. Now let's give some normal style here and the same background color. Let's try with the same background color. So BG sky 500, text white, give some padding to the x-axis, give some padding to the y-axis. Alright, great. Give some rounded corners. Okay, so give the hover effect here, and let's scale to 105%. That's when we hover and let it grow 105%. Alright, okay. So now let's do the transition transform, which only animates the transforms, and give it a duration of 300 milliseconds. Okay, let's do that. 300. Good. Oh, so pardon my scroll bar, my horizontal scroll bar there. On your end, try to wrap the container so that each of the boxes, when it reaches its limit, it goes to the next line. Alright, so you can see that when I hovered on that last box, it grew by 105%. Alright, nice. So here we are going to be trying some multiple properties. Alright, so we'll be trying some multiple properties. Alright, so let's do that. Okay, so let's add a class here. Let's start the style. Okay, so I'm going to be giving it the background color of sky is 500. Give it a text white. Give some padding to the x-axis and give some padding to the y-axis. Okay, give some rounded corners. Then give the hover effect here. So the scale 105. Another hover for the shadow LG, another hover for the opacity, and another hover for the color. So I used plain transition, which animates all the properties: color, shadow, opacity, and scale. So we're just going to be giving the duration. Okay, so we'll give the duration. Let's give it a 300 milliseconds. Okay, let's hover on it and check how it's gonna be like. Okay, so you can see everything is working here: the shadow, the opacity, and the scale. Alright, so now let's look at some built-in animations here, such as the spin, the ping, pause, and bounce. Alright, so we are going to be creating our div here. This is going to be the container. Alright, so we'll give it the padding, we'll give it a background color, we'll give it a shadow MD. We'll give it some rounded corners. I think that's gonna be that. Some margin button. Okay. Alright, so let's give the heading. So you already know it's going to be like. So give the heading here. The Tailwind built-in animations. Alright, so let's do that. Let's type that real quick. So Tailwind built-in animations. Okay, great. So let's try to give the style now. So for here, we're going to be giving the style here. We'll increase the font size. Okay, give the text to Excel. Increase the font weight. Semi bold. Margin bottom as well. The color of the text. Alright, a darker gray color. Okay, great. Let's start the main work here. Alright, so we're going to give it flex. We'll center it vertically by using the items center. Give some gaps. Alright, so let's start real quick. So this is going to be, we'll create 4 divs for the spin and the other ones. Alright, so let's start with the first one, which is the spin. Okay, so this is the spin here. Okay, let's give some styling here. Give it a background color. Okay, we'll give it a width, give it height, and then we'll give some background color. Okay, this is going to be background color. We'll give it some rounded corners. Let's make it rounded fully. So it's going to be like a circle. Okay, great. Okay, that's it. Now let's try to animate. Write the animate keyword here. Okay, so animate spin. Alright, so you can see it's spinning already. So we'll try to center the word in it. So we'll use the flex, item center for vertical, justify center for horizontal. Right, now we'll make the text white in it. Right, so we'll make the text smaller as than usual, so you can see how it is animating. Okay, so that's it. With the animate spin keyword, rotate the element infinitely. Alright, so let's do the next one, which is the ping. Okay, so let's give some style. Alright, so the styles that we're going to be giving here is going to be kind of similar. Alright, so we'll give it the width. Okay, give it the height. I'll give it the background color. Make it rounded fully. Alright, make it rounded fully. So we'll use the animate ping to create a radiating pulse effect. Now we use the flex and item center, justify center, give it a text of white and make the text smaller. This is how it's working. So let's go to the next one, which is the pulse. Give it some style, give it the width, give it the width, give it the height, give it a background of green, give it some rounded full corner, write the animate pause to fade in and fade out gently. We'll flex it to center it horizontally and vertically. Gives it the text white and make it smaller. This is it. Alright, let's go to the next one, which is bounce. Alright, so we'll give it a width, width, height, background color. For this, we'll give it a rounded full, animate bounce to create a bouncing effect, and center it horizontally and vertically. Give the text a white and make it smaller. Okay, so these are all the built-in animations in Tailwind CSS. Alright, so there's some text here. So this built-in animation, they work without editing, right? So without editing the config file at all, right? So I'll just try this, make the text smaller, give it a gray color, give it a magenta. Okay, great. So this is it. Alright, so just create a container here and give the normal style like the padding, background color, shadow and rounded corners. Alright, so no custom animations were added in this tutorial because Tailwind's default are enough in most cases. But I want to remind you that if you want fully custom effects like custom wiggle, fade, bouncing, they can be added to the keyframe in the vit.config.js. That's if you installed your Tailwind by using the vit, or if you install Tailwind by using the post Tailwind CSS, you check it in your tailwind.config.js. Alright, so that's just how it is. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of part 2 of our Tailwind transitions, transform and animation tutorial. In this second part, we went deeper into the more advanced concepts. We covered transition origin, transform GPU, delay, duration and easing functions. We also looked at how to combine different transition types the right way, and we wrapped up with all the built-in animations Tailwind gives us for free. If you put part 1 and part 2 together, you now fully understand how transition and animation works in Tailwind, from the very basic all the way to more advanced effects. You can now animate colors, opacity, shadows, transform, and even create smooth UI interactions with just utility classes. No custom config needed. If this helped you, make sure you like the video, drop a comment and subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.